Right now at noon, 2 inmates who escaped from a Wisconsin prison are back in custody after they showed up at a homeless shelter in Illinois. We're live in Rockford.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. 2 inmates who escaped a maximum security prison in Portage yesterday morning are now back in custody after turning up in Illinois. Gabriela Becerra joins us live from Rockford, Illinois Police Department with details on how this all went down. Gabby.
Mark, 2 convicts who escaped the Columbia Correctional Institution in Portage yesterday were found in Rockford, Illinois early this morning, according to the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office. The 2 inmates, Thomas Deering and James Newman, were taken into custody at a local nonprofit that helps the homeless. An employee posted on Facebook that the pair showed up in prison-issued sweats and thermal shirts and recognized them. She then called the Rockford Police Department. A press conference with the Rockford Police Department is about to begin, and we will cut to that as soon as it happens.
We will indeed. Gabby reporting live in Rockford, Illinois. Thanks. Let's head over to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first warned forecast. Warming up a bit.
We are warming up, but I got to tell you what, it was a close call with a little snowstorm that passed by to the south overnight. Let's show you Doppler track right now. Even the radar began to light up over Madison and places like Janesville as we went through the overnight hours and into this morning. We just had enough dry air to keep a lot of that from making it to the ground. But some of you may have noticed the flurries. I certainly noticed those just driving in earlier on this morning. Places down near Janesville, even Beloit had some light accumulation on the grassy areas. But this is Doppler track really just going through the past 6 hours, where you see the bulk of that was around Chicago, northern Illinois, kind of along and just north of I-80. For now, we are looking for this to move on out of here. We'll see more sunshine as we head into the weekend, along with warmer temperatures. This is now the second day in a row that we've had warmer temperatures today than 24 hours ago. And if you still look back towards the north and west, we are seeing those warmer temperatures continue. I expect that to be the case as we move into tomorrow as well. Cooler than normal just towards the south, but nonetheless, that's because that's where they had the snowflakes this morning. So they have about 3 to 6 inches of snow on the ground there.
Wow.
Yes, so it was a close call, but we are staying dry. We are turning milder. I am excited to give folks that weekend forecast.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Chris. To our coronavirus headlines now. Dane County is reporting more than 350 confirmed cases. That's an increase of 5 cases since yesterday afternoon. 17 Dane County residents have died from complications of the virus. Across the state, there are almost 4,000 confirmed cases. Across the country, there are now more than 660,000 confirmed cases. New York says hospitalizations and intubations across the state are starting to come down, although the numbers are still very high. In New Jersey, officials are investigating a nursing home where more than 15 bodies were found packed into a makeshift morgue. One family tells CBS News they were not notified that the facility had COVID positive patients. President Trump unveiled guidelines to reopen the country in 3 phases. But he says it's up to each state's governor to call their own shots about when that should happen. In phase 1, vulnerable individuals still shelter in place while allowing for a limited return to work with social distancing in place. Phase 2 allows schools to reopen and non-essential travel can resume. And phase 3 is called the new normal, with vulnerable people still social distancing, but a return to unrestricted staffing at work sites.
Through all phases, continuing the good hygiene practices, continuing the respect for spaces between individuals, because we know that we still have an issue with asymptomatic spread.
The administration says testing capabilities are getting better each day, with Dr. Anthony Fauci saying he believes the U.S. should be in good shape by the fall. New at noon, since the outdoor market on Capitol Square is postponed for the foreseeable future, the Dane County Farmers Market is launching a new pickup system starting next week, Wednesday. The market will host local food pickups at the Alliant Energy Center's Willow Island. You can place your order online through an app called What's Good starting on Monday. Then you can pick up your items during an assigned pickup time via drive-through. We have more details on channel3000.com. The Beloit Farmers Market has been postponed until June 6th. It's the second largest farmers market in the state, and organizers say it is too heavily attended to meet social distancing guidelines. The Downtown Beloit Association is working to figure out an alternative way to purchase products from vendors. They'll announce any updates at downtownbeloit.com. More Madison locations are participating in Lighted Blue to support frontline staff and essential workers. The Monona Terrace and Madison Municipal Building joined the campaign last night. The Cole Center, Camp Randall, and Overture Center for the Arts has also been turned blue. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. We'll check what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen right after this.
Hey, I've got something for you to add to your to-do list this weekend. Now, before you go rolling your eyes, let me assure you, it's something I know you're gonna love.
The funeral is the start of the healing process. It's not the end. While the death of someone you love is painful, not experiencing it, not sharing that pain, ends up in the long run being more painful. And it's all about doing something to help ourselves heal.
Crest Funeral and Cremation Service. We are the hand on your shoulder to graciously help you through these tough times.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection remains open to serve our customers and communities during these times of uncertainty. During Safer at Home, we've got you covered for all your plumbing service needs. Call us for help. We are here for you.
Help is what we've always given. So thank you to our helpers at BMO and beyond. Thank you to the healers, the fighters, the all-nighters, the cleaners, the movers, the 18-wheelers. Thank you to the farmers, the grocers, the above and beyonders. Thank you to all the frontliners for keeping our lives moving when the world needs to stop.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
During times like these, it's important to stay connected.
The new normal isn't normal at all.
But just because we're apart
doesn't mean we're alone.
We can reach out to old friends. Remind our family that we love them.
Stay on top of business.
Even if it isn't business as usual.
Because we are resilient.
No matter how much distance is between us, we will never let you lose your connection.
US Cellular has a network you can count on, which means you can do anything, even make a commercial. US Cellular.
No matter how long your to-do list is this weekend, do yourself a favor and start your day off with a homemade coffee cake, hot from the oven. And if you're thinking, there's no way I'll have time for that, just wait until you see how easy it comes together. We start with one of my favorite supermarket shortcuts, a package of refrigerated buttermilk biscuits. We cut each biscuit into 6 pieces. After placing them in a bowl, we generously coat them with melted butter. Easy enough so far. Now for the wow factor. In a bowl, we combine some brown sugar, chocolate chips, chopped walnuts, and a bit of cinnamon. This gets tossed with the dough. Then we place it in a cake pan and bake it off. By the time we put on a pot of coffee and whip together our 2-ingredient glaze, it's done. And don't even think about grabbing a knife to cut this, because it's designed to be pulled apart one buttery piece at a time. To get the recipe for our pull-apart coffee cake, just head over to our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with Kelly, where today we found a hot from the oven way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Excellent.
All right, guys, thank you. It's time to meet our pet of the week. Valentina is a 6-month-old female rabbit looking for a new home where she can bounce around and eat her veggies and hay. She can be a bit sassy, we're told, so she'd like a home that is patient with her and allows her to warm up. Be sure to visit rabbit.org to learn how to care for house rabbits, and feel free to ask the Dane County Humane Society staff about owning a bunny. If you'd like more information about Valentina, call the Adoption Center at 608-838-0413, extension 145. And our pups from last week, Penelope and Phoebe, have been adopted. That is great news. The Dane County Humane Society Wildlife Center is continuing to accept new wildlife patients in need of rehab by appointment only. They're asking people to please keep our wildlife safe and spread the word that people must call first to schedule an appointment. You can find the Wildlife Center's COVID-19 guidelines at giveshelter.org. Again, if you're interested in adopting or checking out other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org or set up an appointment at 838-0413. Coming up, we're slowly starting to see warmer temperatures that could mean highs in the 50s this weekend. Chris has your first warned forecast next.
Get red-hot savings with this week's HyVee hot deals. Ground beef, only $1.99. 8-ounce pork chops, just 99 cents each. And Kingsford or Matchlight charcoal, only $4.99. Save on these hot deals and more, only at HyVee.
My mom was a bank teller, but her hands were so crippled by arthritis she could no longer do her job. She applied for Social Security disability benefits. Like most people, my mom was denied. I'm attorney Don Becker. Don't be embarrassed and don't give up. My mom appealed. You can too. Disability law is all we do.
Call the Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
Everyone has a bucket list. I just changed mine. When the time comes, I just want to be at home in my own PJs, not in a gown that lets in the breeze. I want my family there, and people who care how I live, not just how long. Care on my terms. A Grace gave my dad that kind of care, and now I know when I need it, a Grace will help.
A Grace, hospice and palliative care. Just call. A Grace will help.
For almost 50 years, we've built trust within our communities by making customer delight our top priority. That trust allows us to improve lives one home at a time. During this challenging time, we want to make sure your needs are being met without stress by offering 2-for-1 windows with no interest and no payments for 1 year. So go ahead, visit us online, or call now from the comfort of home.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Save with these hot deals and more at HyVee. Powerade, just 49 cents. General Mills family size cereal, only $2.88. A 2-pound pack of strawberries, just $2.97. And HyVee cottage cheese is only $1.48. Only at HyVee.
From handheld cell phones to high-flying drones, health officials are working to use technology in new ways to keep everyone safe. But are those methods inventive or invasive? Plus, the sun is back and so are the 60s. Keely and Chris will see you at 5 and 8 Saturday.
When it seems the world is changing every day, you need the latest breaking news quickly without sacrificing accuracy.
Trust News 3 Now as your local source for the latest facts to help keep you and your family safe.
News 3 Now, your local coronavirus headquarters. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
The Transportation Department rejects airline requests to cancel more flights, and Amazon workers plan a virtual walkout. Diane King Hall has your Money Watch report.
Wall Street cheered the possibility of a new coronavirus treatment following a report that remdesivir, a drug by Gilead Sciences, is showing some efficacy in treating COVID-19 cases. The hope is that an effective solution could help open the economy sooner rather than later. The government says no deal to airlines on a request to cancel more flights. The Transportation Department says it has rejected most requests by JetBlue and Spirit Airlines to halt additional flights in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. Officials set minimum flight requirements last week for airlines receiving government assistance. The Transportation Department is reviewing requests from 8 other airlines. Solidarity for Amazon workers, a group of corporate corporate Amazon employees say they are calling on colleagues to conduct a virtual walkout on April 24th. The protest would be in support of employees who were fired and warehouse workers that they say are not being treated well amid the coronavirus outbreak. Organizers are asking employees to use a personal day for the call out. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Breaking within the last 5 minutes, the Columbia County Sheriff's Office has arrested a woman in connection to the escape of those inmates found this morning in Rockford, Illinois. Holly Zimdahl faces possible party to a crime charges. Detectives said she is a civilian kitchen worker at CCI. We hope to get an update from the Rockford Police Department in a few minutes. For now, let's head over to Chris Reese and your first warn forecast.
Yeah, we're going to continue with Severe Weather Awareness Week. Since it's the last day of the week, I'm going to start with what we call get ready, get set, go. These are some of the things that you can do when you're thinking of severe weather or when that's on the horizon. So get ready. This means we've been talking about severe weather in the forecast. This is the point when we're talking about it that you should have a plan in place. You know, get that ready. Stock up for whatever you may need. Get set is when the severe thunderstorm or the tornado watch gets issued. So this is the point where you're like, okay, we're ready to act if we need to. And then go, that's when a warning is issued or that severe weather becomes threatening. So as we get closer to the summer months, keep this in the back of your mind. Get ready, get set, go. Now, it has been more winter weather that we've talked about over the past couple of days. Some of you may have noticed a few snowflakes flying out there earlier. We are cloudy right now, but those clouds are starting to break on up. Here's a system that passed by just to the south overnight. Places right along the state line did get in on a little coating of some snow, but high pressure is starting to move in from the west. That is going to lead into plenty of sunshine as we head into tomorrow. But check out the snow depth. This is a stripe of essentially anywhere from 6 to 9 inches of snow that passed by just to our south, and now that's moving on away from us. This means we get ready to gear up for what's going to be a fairly nice afternoon and an all-out incredibly beautiful weekend as we move into tomorrow. 43 right now. I want to point out the winds coming out of the south and southwest at 8 miles per hour. That's the kind of wind that begins to warm things up, and it's going to be taking over as we go through time. In fact, watch this. We'll top out around 49 tonight. We'll begin to see those overnight lows falling down towards 32, but you see that wind direction now. It's coming strongly out of the south, and that increases as we head into your Saturday. Watch this. This is 10 o'clock in the morning. We've gone from 32 to 45, so we've already seen a 13-degree warm-up in our day on Saturday. I pushed this forward 2 more hours. We are 7 degrees warmer at 52. Watch how these southwest winds continue to strengthen at that point. We warm up towards 59, and yes, it's going to be incredibly breezy, but when you get a strong wind out of the southwest, along with the sunshine, I wouldn't be surprised if some of us actually end up into the low 60s as we head into tomorrow. So a gorgeous day to get outdoors, make sure you're maintaining your social distancing, but I encourage you to utilize whatever it is you want to do outdoors simply because we have a cold front starting to work its way in by the time we get you towards Sunday. So this is 2 o'clock in the morning. We start to see some showers coming in from the north at that point. Those gradually push southward. So we may see a couple of showers around here. Saturday night into early on Sunday morning. Then things begin to clear out, but notice we're going to be cooler by the time we get you towards lunchtime Sunday. Temperatures are only into the upper 40s at that point, and so we'll only get into the lower 50s for those highs. Now, this is that little shot of colder air that's coming in for Sunday and Monday, but towards the middle and end of next week, the warmer air, that begins to take over. So that's the stretch of milder temperatures that we'll be seeing, and they'll even be above average. Sunshine at 60 for your Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday will be mostly dry, but we will see a chance for some showers as we head into your Wednesday evening and then throughout the day on Thursday. Friday still looks to be sunny at 65 right now, so several good days coming up.
All right, thank you, Chris. The Rockford Police Department is holding a news conference about the inmates who escaped from Columbia Correctional Institution yesterday. They're now in custody. Let's listen in.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Dan O'Shea, the Chief of Police here at Rockford Police Department. Here to talk about the apprehension of 2 escaped convicts from the state of Wisconsin. Yesterday, 37-year-old James Newman and 46-year-old Thomas Deering escaped from the Columbia Correctional Facility in Portage, Wisconsin, and they subsequently made their way south into Illinois. Many agencies have been working in concert trying to apprehend these 2 individuals. The Columbia County Sheriff's Department manned a command post along with the Portage Police Department, the FBI, the U.S. Marshals, DCI, and worked in concert with the Illinois State Police and all of our local agencies here in northern Illinois, including Rockford PD. This morning at approximately 8:30 a.m., Rockford Police Department received a call from Miss Carley's on 5th Avenue in Rockford. It's a non-for-profit, and the individual stated that she believed the 2 escaped inmates from Wisconsin were there at Miss Carley's place attempting to get some food. Rockford officers responded to Miss Carley's place, subsequently identified the 2 individuals, and took them into custody. One of the individuals is still insisting he's not who he is, and they will both be detained in the Winnebago County Jail until the Department of Corrections or the Columbia County Sheriffs from Wisconsin come down and interview them. We don't have any information on the escape beyond what Columbia County has provided to the media up there. Any questions about the escape itself or the prisoners or any statements they make would have to come from either DCI or Columbia County up in Wisconsin. We just work in concert with all of our partners, and we're just extremely happy that 2 extremely violent individuals were apprehended. Cannot thank the public enough, again, for stepping up and helping out. We all solve our own problems in our own cities, and them reaching out this morning to notify us of potential suspects being there, we really appreciate that. With that, I will take any questions I can possibly answer.
Chief, this morning when you got that information, knowing that these individuals were escapees, had committed violent crimes, and were potentially desperate, how did you approach that situation? Did you have your special weapons team respond with your officers? How did you approach it?
The officers, we did not activate SWAT. SWAT would take, approximately an hour to get to any situation. The officers are advised, and we feel very comfortable that our officers responding to the situation would be able to handle it. They know who they're going after. It's part of their job, and they're trained to do that. So they went there, and they took them into custody without incident.
How did the escapees react to them?
I was not there, as much as I would like to say that I was there for the apprehension. It's the patrol officers that went down there. As far as I know, they were taken into custody without incident. They identified them and subsequently transported them to our 2nd District to be held until they could be transported to the county jail.
Can you kind of speak, you mentioned it a little bit earlier, but speak to how important it is to have the bravery and courage, that was kind of exemplary in Ms. Carley's case, to bring forward, like as already mentioned, 2 violent criminals and being able to kind of put herself and a lot of people, others' lives in danger to make sure that they are apprehended and caught.
Right. So Ms. Carley's place, Ms. Carley making the phone call, it does take a lot of courage, to recognize that somebody there could be dangerous and to step away and make a phone call and say, I think they're here. That's what we want every citizen to do. I'm not saying every citizen would do that, but we applaud her and her staff for doing what absolutely needed to be done to make sure these people go back to prison where they belong.
Chief O'Shea, did you have any idea that these inmates were in Rockford? Was anything communicated to you that they could be in Rockford?
So since the escape yesterday early morning, they established a command post up in Wisconsin, Columbia County Sheriff's Department, along with the other agencies that I initially stated. All of those agencies have been working literally since 5 o'clock yesterday morning together, transmitting information and potential locations that the suspects may have gone. One of the locations they may have been was here in Rockford, but us, along with the county sheriffs here and the state police and all those federal agencies and everybody else, have been working together, trying to locate them and apprehend them. So as far as where they went to and who they were with, that'll all come out, but that has to come from the Wisconsin authorities after they conclude their investigation.
Chief, which individual was...
Hang on one second. Yes?
I have a question about, locating them in this area. We have heard a rumor that police had gotten a cell phone ping off of one of the inmates' cell phones. Is that true? Is that what brought the investigation, honing in on this area?
I can't comment on the investigation and the particulars of it. That would have to come from Columbia County or the agencies that are spearheading the investigation. For us, we're just on the back end assisting apprehending and then getting them back there. But for all the details of the investigation and what happened during the investigation, you'd have to speak to Columbia County or the other agencies involved. Sorry.
You know, Chief, which of the escapees is evidently representing that he is not the person you're looking for?
I'm not positive which one it is. One of them was pretty insistent it's not him, but it's definitively him. And
you know through like fingerprints, or how have you established that?
Tattoos. Yeah, and it's a picture, and by gosh, we can all look at a picture and say that, you sure that's not you? Because it sure looks like you, so.
Do you know how long they'll be in Illinois before transferred back to Wisconsin?
That's between Wisconsin, either DCI, Columbia County, and then the Winnebago County Sheriff at this point, because that's where they'll be housed until they're taken back.
Chief, do you know when they arrived in Rockford?
You've been watching the live coverage of the Rockford Police Department announcing the arrest of 2 escapees from the Columbia Correctional Facility. We'll have continued to follow this story and have updates for you on Channel 3000. We'll be right back with a final check of your weather.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today. You can garden safer at home with the help of Jung Garden Center. Curbside pickup is now available at all 5 Jung Garden Center locations. Visit jungseed.com to learn how to place your pickup order so you can get your home growing season off to a safe and healthy start.
We live here, just like you. We have families, friends, and neighbors we care about, just like you. Since 1930, Grand Appliance has supported our local communities, and we aren't stopping now. We're open to serve you and offering an extra 5% off most purchases during these uncertain times. Visit our website day or night, where we've expanded live chat, email, and phone support. We'll deliver curbside, drop off at your front door, or deliver and install. We are Grand Appliance and TV.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. For a hand up and help with your utility bills now during these difficult times, contact the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
You can garden safer at home with the help of Jung Garden Center. Curbside pickup is now available at all 5 Jung Garden Center locations. Visit jungseed.com to learn how to place your pickup order so you can get your home growing season off to a safe and healthy start.
Here's Chris with one final check your forecast.
I've been talking about warmer than average temperatures. I want to show you a map of the whole country and where we will see the warmer than average probabilities beginning to show up. And while Madison remains in that normal probability, you see how most of the country is expected to be above normal as we go through the coming days. Here's our own forecast plotted with the normal temperatures. Our normal high today is 58, 61 by the time you get towards the end of the forecast. And we see a lot of days where the highs will likely be just above that average mark there, and a lot of them come with sunshine as well. That includes tomorrow, though it'll be breezy. We'll see a chance for some showers overnight, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday all look fantastic. Most of Wednesday will be dry. We'll watch a chance for some showers Wednesday night into Thursday. We still look good by next Friday before more shower and thunderstorm chances arrive towards next weekend.
More April-like weather, that's
absolutely.
For sure. All right, Chris, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a safe afternoon.